with us today after graduating from the Functional Medicine Fast Track program. And yes, she's going to be sharing some of her journey and where she has been and where she is now. So yeah, welcome, Sofia. Great to have you.
Hi, thank you for having me, Garric.
Fantastic, Sofia. So yeah, just love to hear a little bit. You want to maybe introduce yourself a little bit and just let people know kind of, I know you're in transition, where you've been and where you're at the moment, where you're going to, and what is the biggest outcome that you've achieved in the last few months?
Okay. Yeah. So my name is Dr. Sofia Costa. I've been practicing as a doctor of physical therapy for the past 6.5 years. And I branched out as a solo practitioner as of June 2016. And just like go backwards, I was raised by two medical physicians. My father and my parents are now retired. So my father was a pediatrician and my mother, wound care specialist and a family physician. So it's in my DNA to help people and in my DNA to, you know, really just hone in and figure out how to help someone's health and overall well-being. But I saw and witnessed the gap within the conventional medicine system. And as a kid, I knew that there was a better way than taking pen medications all the time. And, you know, I grew up with asthma and things like that. So it was, you know, like needing to take inhalers for years and not really being explained why. And so when I entered the physical therapy profession, it's pretty much an extension of my passion of wanting to help people optimize their health in any way possible, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So being as a sole practitioner, it gave me the availability to work more so one-on-one and give quality attention with clients that was one-on-one in person, but it was starting to extend past beyond that, you know, when they're needing email support or text messages, you know, and I've been their go-to for years now. I've had clients for the past 4 or 5 years that have followed me from clinic to clinic and have followed me when I branched out. And I just wanted to dig deeper on, you know, I feel like I can bridge the gap in some way. And I want to learn how to reverse that or help to optimize it naturally with the use of food, becoming aware that food is medicine. And I was exposed to the functional medicine profession a little over a year ago. So I started implementing it and integrating it within my own practice little by little. But I just felt like I didn't have the full-on confidence to go 100% in. And so realizing that there's more to their pain and really wanting to go more in detail is when I wanted to reach out to you, Garric, and get insight on how I can build my confidence 100% and commit to their program 100% and be pretty much their go-to on all aspects of their health, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So that's what brought me to you. Was that path and yeah.
Absolutely. So let's go back a little bit. So you started your own practice in 2016, yes. And that was just conventional practice. Is that right?
So not so much conventional, because I was already starting to integrate more. My approach was is unique. I can blend science with, you know, the energy, emotional component, creating an awareness that emotional trauma contributes to someone's state of being and their pain. So I was already kind of blending it all together and using food as medicine as well, just the basics though, nothing in detail. I was already not as conventional as soon as I branched out solo. I was more cash-based, focused a lot on movement, breath work, things like that. And I feel like that's why people followed me for so long, is because I'm non-conventional, because I bring a unique perspective and help create awareness that there's more to their pain than they think. I just wanted to up-level that uniqueness in some way. And that's when I came to you.
100%. So what did you feel at that point were the missing areas for you? So you had started your practice, you're bringing in some alternative medicine, you were getting a certain level of outcomes. What was missing for you at that big point?
Confidence was a big thing for me. My confidence, I wasn't 100% confident in being able to take them to the next level. So that was my number one reason. I feel like I was just holding myself back and stepping forward fully in what I have to offer and the value that I bring for clients. But as well as like knowing the details of it. Like, yes, I'm aware fruits and veggies can help you out, but how on a cellular level? How can I explain this more in detail for a client so that it makes sense for them rather than just like, yes, eat more fruits and veggies, but why? The why behind it all, you know, and realizing the power of food and how each food has its own role for cell-to-cell communication, its own role for liver detox. Like that, now I can confidently say, yes, you need to eat this because this is going to help you out with this. And being able to just have that confidence and come from that space of having the intelligent now really help bridge the gap from where I was before.
100%. That makes complete sense. And we hear that so often, that so many practitioners are bringing these elements of alternative medicine in, and they know fruit and veg are good for them, but it's still quite generalized. And, you know, so many patients now are on Dr. Google and social media, and they're pretty much on those levels as well. So for you, you realized, okay, I need to go to that deeper level. I need to be more specific. I need to get better outcomes. And that was clear in your mind, but confidence, fear and doubt and uncertainty, which so many practitioners have, of like, where do I get that knowledge? How do I do it? How do I put it into place? And does that kind of sum up?
Yes. And especially, you know, if I'm wanting my clients to go deeper with their health, I need to do that too. I need to lead by example and shine brighter for them. So if I'm asking them to go deeper, I too need to show up for myself, right? So like, that's why too, like I was just like, well, if I'm asking them to go deeper on their health, I need to like gain that intelligence and do that for myself as well. So that's why I'm so excited I ended up doing this program, because it took me there and then some.
100%. Yeah. I mean, that is just such a big truth, is we can't lead unless we're that leader. And confidence and certainty is something that we need to exude. Otherwise, people are going to feel the lack of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, so often we also hear practitioners say, well, I'm struggling with my own health. How do I lead people if my own health is not where it should be? How were you with that? How was your health at that point? Were there challenges that you had to kind of up level on?
Yes, that's a great question. So I've had issues with my gut for so long. And when I came across that functional medicine practitioner, I gained insight on the immune system and the immune system type and ways to help optimize that. But it wasn't as much detail. And I was under high stress and in a toxic relationship. So, I mean, my body was just screaming at me, telling me like, hey, you need to check yourself out, pretty much. So I was under high levels of stress, gut issues, and I just knew that it was time to just commit 100% for myself, to pretty much choose myself and go all in, to pay attention to what my body was telling me throughout this whole time. So intermittent stress, gut issues, aches and pains here and there. And so that's when I was just like, if I'm having clients choose themselves, I need to be 100% committed in choosing myself in multi-dimensional ways as well. So when when we dug deep with the gut health and all of that stuff, and you having us go through everything that our clients are going to go through, that's when I was able to like gain insight on my own body. And then I felt a deeper connection with my clients and a relatability that wasn't really there before. Because going through the elimination diet and getting your own lab results and seeing yourself, seeing the truth, you know, it just really has you process your own stuff, treat yourself, up-level yourself so that you can serve on a higher level. But it just built this deeper connection and relatability with my clients that wasn't really there before. that I didn't know it wasn't there until I experienced this myself.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah? Sometimes you don't know what you don't know until you experience it. And then I love that, how you say you just felt more connected with your patients because you had experienced it yourself. And that is so, so powerful, because patients feel that vibration and that connection. And so much of it is around mindset, not just the skill set, but the mindset. I mean, so, so powerful.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel over the years, because I know you've been in other programs as well, has mindset helped you in transforming to where you're at the moment? And we haven't even described and let people know kind of where you're at the moment, how things have changed. But how has that made a big difference to the radical change in timeline that you've seen changes in your life?
Oh, gosh. Mindset, that's huge. And a lot of people are like, okay, mindset coaching, what does that mean? It's pretty much facing your truth. And what is your truth? Those are your limiting beliefs. Those are figuring out your fears and where is it stemming from. That's figuring out what's pretty much holding you back from gaining that 100% confidence, from gaining that certainty, from you like moving forward with what you really want to do and achieve in your life, and how you want to present for your how you want to show up pretty much in all aspects of your life. And it's not only identifying it, but it's rewriting and redefining what it means to you now. So the whole deal of just like really tapping in of just like, what am I scared of, or what's holding me back? Write it down, and then redefine what that means to you. What does success mean to you? What does it look like? What does it feel like? You know, what are you scared of? Where does this come from? Childhood, you know, like we reverse engineer with our clients on why they're in pain, but you can do the same thing on limiting beliefs, on the health of your mindset. You do the same thing. It all stems back from childhood of like, you know, different stories that we developed as we were kids. Like, I'm not good enough. You know, I'm fear of failure. You know, things like that, that if they're not identified, those are going to be like little blocks that are going to be holding you back from really exponentially having the success that you deserve. And anyone and everyone is able to rewrite their story or redefine it and overcome it so that they can show up on another level. So mindset plays a major role with wanting to achieve the success that you want to achieve. So yeah, I mean, I feel like if you lack that or struggle with that, you're going to struggle in being 100% or becoming a better version of everything that you ever imagined. So I really do that on a daily basis, still continue. It's a progress. It's a journey. It doesn't stop, but it is a process. And I feel like that's a huge integral part to implement with clients as well. Up-leveling their mindset too. But it starts with you first as a practitioner to up-level yours before you can create a change or an influence on someone else's mindset for them to up-level their health as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, fear, doubt, and uncertainty just seems to be a given for everybody. There's nobody that doesn't have fear, doubt, and uncertainty. And it's those strategies that you're talking about. And it's that percentage of time you're spending in it rather than spending time in the strategies that keep you away from it.
Right.
So, I mean, over the last few months, what has been the big change for you in overcoming those fear, doubts, and uncertainty?
Yeah, I remember, gosh, the first mindset coaching call with Tamara, just having the talk, and she was like, well, what does success mean to you? Because yes, being raised by two medical doctors, success meant working all the time. And I felt like that's what success meant as a child. So then I got scared of working all the time. I got scared of not being able to connect with my loved ones or, you know, with my clients, because I felt I needed to work 50, 60 hours because that's what success meant. So when I sat down and redefined what it meant, it was more so being successful to me was how I was feeling when I would connect with somebody, me speaking my truth, me being my authentic self and showing up different ways. That's success. being able to connect and create a shift awareness, that's success. Having someone like today, my dad had a choice between wanting apple pie after lunch. I had a talk with him. He stopped and grabbed a carrot instead. That's success. You know, like just like little things like that. I know, right? I was like, yes, you know, like when I chose to redefine that, that's when I realized, wow, I am successful every single day, every day. And then that's when it just like all these doors started opening up, is when I chose to redefine what that means and it relate to a state of being and how I connect. That's then every day I'm successful. And then when I look into that and I read that every day, it's like my actions and my decisions are in sync with that state of being, of feeling that success feeling. And that's what changed it for me.
Oh, that's powerful. That's so powerful. The feeling, you got to recapture that feeling the whole time. And so many practitioners are numbed to what that feeling is, should be, what could be. And I love that. I mean, it's so simple, but so effective, what you're explaining there, just recapturing that and reading your goals, but recapturing the emotion. I love that. So, Sofia, let's go into something that you actually so importantly brought up there. Is we're so used to trading time for money. And we see this with our parents, particularly on the medical side, trading 50, 60 hours a week. And that's defined as success. How has that changed for you?
Wow. It's changed so much that the way that I approach clients now, or the way that I treat, it's so non-conventional that my parents are still understanding how I'm doing it. You know, I'm more online now. So integrating, designing a 3-month program for people. And I stopped doing the whole rate by rate, hour by hour, and then, you know, putting a price on each product. So like, you know, like this is my rate to see you. This is my rate, my follow-up. Here's my rate for this product. Here's my rate. And it just doesn't place value on what you have to offer. You're placing a price on something that like, it didn't feel right anymore. So now I just say, this is my 3-month program. It's at this rate, you know, let me know how I can further support you in that, and owning it and realizing that the value that I bring and the experience that they're going to receive is what is priceless, right? But having it all together, comprehensive rate or number for your clients, it kind of brings them peace that they don't have to keep ticking out their credit card more than once when they come and see you. It's like a commitment, it's accountability, and they're just like committed for 3 months, and then they're well aware what they're receiving week by week, month by month, where they need to be, where they should be, and they pay it, and it's an investment. And it's also leading by example that people come in thinking their health is an additional expense when it's an investment in themselves to be able to play with their kids, to be able to not have surgery, right? To get rid of the pain medication. So when you come in and you express a rate that's all comprehensive and integrative, gosh, it just really like releases this whole burden of them not needing to like take out their credit cards more than once. So they end up feeling happier, and they really like that because they're like, they're committed. And you're committed to show up because they're showing up. So it just really feels so much better. It takes practice to get out of the habit of charging per client or per hour. But once you get out of that whole habit of that approach, that conventional approach, it's so much more freeing when you can just explain and get to the experience that they'll receive, give them the rate, and they'll do it, you know, without hesitation.
Love that. I mean, there's so many nuggets in that statement that you gave us there. But I'd love to know, how has that changed your lifestyle from treating, you know, consult to consult and selling the next follow-up and so on, to now having an online 3-month program and having flexibility? What has that done to your lifestyle as such?
Oh gosh, location freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom. So, you know, I'm able to travel. I'm able to connect with my family and friends because that's a priority. So I designed my work around my lifestyle rather than the other way around. I designed my passion to optimize my lifestyle and what brings me joy every day. And this is what works for me. It could be different for somebody else, but this allows so much more flexibility in my life and allows more connection with the people that I love in my life. And, you know, hey, I'm in Dallas right now en route to Puerto Rico, where I'm originally from, so that I can, you know, work on huge projects, so that I can, you know, connect with my family again, because I've been there. You know, we've all been there, working from 9 to 7, being stuck, and then we get 2 weeks paid vacation. No, I was like, that's not okay. We're not designed to live like that. We're designed to live and capture every single moment life has to offer. So I chose to change that. I chose to be the change within the profession and the system. And so having this online program allows me to treat anyone from anywhere, you know, Costa Rica, you know, Australia, anyone in the United States. And it brings them peace of mind that they can receive quality without having distance be a factor, holding them back in receiving quality of care. So it's just being more accessible and wanting to reach out to people and, you know, make an impact more on a global level than local. You know, there's a bigger, better version of it all, you know, like you can expand that, and it's all possible for you. And that's why I stepped into that, and I'm committed to that. But yeah, I mean, so much more freedom having the online business.
Massive change from where you were. I mean, that is just, and in a short space of time. It's not something that's had to take you years. I mean, we did this, you know, 3 months, and now you're living it and going from there. Would you mind sharing what you started your program rate at?
Yes, my 3-month program is $3,500.
$3,500, and and you set a goal when we started the program. How many clients did you want to enroll into that program, and did you achieve it?
So I made a commitment that I wanted to enroll 3 people by April 4th. And I enrolled 3 people 2 weeks before April 4th. And it's growing. So it's just getting myself out there. What helped me out was showing up through social media, posting Facebook Live videos. Don't wait till it's perfect. Just show yourself out, because you already have everything that you need, and you have the intelligence. People are just wanting to connect with them, show up virtually. And so my goal was to, if I want online clients, I need to build an online presence. And from one Facebook Live video, that's how I was able to get a couple clients just with that alone. So, I mean, that's what's helped out. It's just, and it worked, you know, like showing up and posting those Facebook Live videos or Instagram and doing what you need to do. People are going to respond and connect with you. And I didn't really need to. They were ready by the time we booked a call. They were ready to enroll. I mean, they're waiting for you to show up. Just show up.
You just have to open your mouth. You just need to let people know.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The marketing, the right pre-education, then, as you say, the right people turn up. It's an interview. It's not a sales talk.
Right.
And I think that's the difference. Is you want to identify who are the right people to work with, and that's what you've got right in a very short space of time. So, yes. People out there. So for you, decisive, you know what you want. You know things don't have to be perfect. You just need to take action, and you're very coachable. So, I mean, are those things traits that have been naturally born in you? Is it something you've had to develop, or have you just realized those are the principles to work through? What advice can you give to people on your journey?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel like I have been coachable the majority of my life, but I was very stubborn as a kid growing up, you know, like, oh my gosh, if I I was stubborn, and I would learn the hard way. So if you are similar to that, it would take you longer to get the results that you want. To be open-minded, coachable, decisive is huge. Making a decision and committing to it is what's going to make it more effortless. It's going to be more so efficient. It's going to take less work. When you are coachable and open and just ready for it all and fully committed, it's figuring out, what do you want to commit to? What's your why behind it? And what are the action steps that can lead you to where you want to go? It's that simple. And then having the mentors and the coaching to guide you through that process, because it takes a village, right? It takes a team effort to take you to where you want to go and receive the mentoring. So yeah, the stubbornness, yeah, it can only take you so far, and you're going to be tired at the end of it all. But when you're open-minded and committed and know what you want, and you want to take yourself to the next level and your practice or your approach to the next level, that's where the coaching really plays a major role in helping you do that.
Love it. Love it. So, Sofia, tell us a little bit about now your future of where you're going to with Puerto Rico and your retreat, and where your vision is moving forward now, because you're in the steps of just moving, holding you back. Let us know exactly.
Okay, so actually today I just announced that I'm launching a 30-day program called Unbecoming Your Diagnosis. So I wanted to design something as a jump start for people to go in deeper in my 12-week program. So this 30 day is a group project for people who are just wanting to create a change within themselves. We're tapping into the physical, mental, and the emotional component of their pain. And with that in mind, it's a platform for me to share my story, share inspirational content, and create a change. Because what I'm wanting to do in Puerto Rico is to restore my family's 30-acre property that got damaged by Hurricane Maria, and restore it as a place for retreats, for workshops, a center for healing. It has access to waterfalls. I mean, it's a beautiful property filled with, like, it's rainforest pretty much. And there's a house there, and it did get damaged, and my family struggled. And so to give back to my family, to give back to my homeland, I am wanting to just transform it, bring it back to life, and have a space for people to connect with nature, connect with the power of herbs, plants, and food, so that they can heal themselves on a cellular level, and have colleagues and friends come in and use that space for their own retreats as well, and just build a huge community around that.
So that's exciting. So you're going to Puerto Rico, you're renovating, you're building the retreat, but you still have your business online. You're still supporting your patients. You're living your dream at the same time.
Yes.
And that, in a nutshell, is where you're at the moment. I mean, it's a massive change from where you were, months ago. And
huge.
And that's so exciting. So I think we can probably start a round off, but I'd love for you to just summarize, what do you feel were your biggest challenges, and what were your biggest outcomes in the last few months?
Oh gosh, the biggest challenge is the mindset part, because we all have value and the skills to take our clients to the next level, but it's the confidence, the certainty part, the mental mindset component of it. It's like struggling with your inner critic all the time. Am I good enough for this? Do I have what it takes for this? And just, you need to believe that you have more than you need, and just go for it. Also, I mean, the majority of us have the perfectionism syndrome, that we want to wait till everything's perfect until we execute on it. And that's completely false. Just go in the raw. That's what people connect to, is to your vulnerability and your rawness, and have confidence in that vulnerability and that rawness of who you are. So it's just like overcoming that challenge of, like, how are people going to perceive you? Show up in your authentic, true self, and that's what people are going to respond to. So it's more so the challenges of your inner critic and the thoughts that are going through your head, overcoming that, and just pretty much showing up as your true self without being attached to the outcome. If you can plant a seed that can create an awareness for a client when you post a Facebook Live video and you created a change for one person, that's all that matters, because that's more than one. I mean, it's more than zero. So that one person can tell one person, they know people. So it just like starts to exponentially increase. So I feel like just getting over your own self is going to be the big challenge, which it was for me during this 3 months. And the biggest outcome was to really show up in the raw and have confidence in that with what you have to offer, and be certain that it is all possible for you. Whatever you want to do, commit to it on a daily basis. Every day, take action towards your goal. I mean, if you're not, then how are you going to achieve what you're going to achieve? You know, go through the modules, go through the training, and implement it the next day. Don't wait till you're done with the program to start integrating it. Don't wait till it's perfect to start integrating something. People are hungry for this information. People are hungry and desperate to get out of pain. It's up to you to lead by example and start already. Start. Don't wait, you know? And the biggest outcome is that you're going to connect on a deeper level with yourself, with your clients, with your family, friends. You're just showing up on another level in more ways than one when you get through this program. So it's just going to up level you in so many ways. Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Love it. And you've done all of that so wonderfully. So Sofia, we just want to thank you so much for spending time with us and just telling your story and being vulnerable to telling us, you know, the realness of you. I think that's so important, what people really want to hear. And yeah, we're just going to enjoy watching you create more. I think that's key. This is just the start for you, and we're so super excited to keep supporting you and helping you on that journey. So just a big well done to you again, and
awesome.
Thanks again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Cool. So yeah, we're going to round off now. Just again, my name is Garric Vosloo. This is Functional Medicine Fast Track. If you want any more information, you can go directly to our website, which is www.fm-ft.com. or functionalmedicinefasttrack.com, and you'll get more information there. Be sure to have a look at our main webinar and just get more insight into the possibilities what functional medicine, getting it right for your life, your income, and impact your patients. So until next time, great seeing every one of you, and thanks again to you, Sofia.
Thank you so much.